At the age of 21, Malala Yousafzai is already changing the world. She's a 3-time author, a United Nations Messenger of Peace, and the youngest recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize.
This award is for all those children who are voiceless, whose voices need to be heard.
Growing up in Pakistan under the oppressive Taliban, Malala defied gender expectations by being a voice for the independence of women.
Taliban wanted girls not to be independent, not to be themselves, not to achieve any jobs like become a doctor or engineer or teacher. But I just could not accept that. I just could not imagine a life limited to the 4 walls of my house and never be myself.
But in 2012, her life was almost cut short when a gunman opened fire, shooting her in the head.
I think the extremists and the terrorists, they found the voice of a young girl so powerful that they attacked her.
Malala miraculously survived and was even more dedicated to advocating for girls' education.
The terrorists thought that they would change my aims and stop my ambitions. But nothing changed in my life except this. Weakness, fear, and hopelessness died.
They made your voice louder.
Yes, they made a mistake and they made it louder.
Malala now attends Oxford University, and her father, Ziauddin, couldn't be more proud. He shared his wisdom in his 2014 TED Talk entitled My Daughter, Malala.
In many patriarchal societies and tribal societies, fathers are usually known by their sons. But I'm one of the few fathers who is known by his daughter, and I'm proud of it. This plight of millions of women could be changed if we think differently.
This is now a second life, a new life, and this should be for the education of girls.
We learned from her how to be resilient in the most difficult times. Don't ask me what I did. Ask me what I did not do. I did not clip her wings, and that's all. Thank you very much.
Well, we all want to clap now, and here to share more fatherly advice is teacher and author of Letterfly, Ziauddin Yousafzai. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
You must be so proud of Malala.
I know my favorite thing of watching that piece was watching it through your eyes. The pride was everywhere. What was it like to see that piece and all your daughter has done?
Yes, of course. Like when I was naming her after the famous known Afghan girl, Malala Yousafzai, I just thought that she will have her own name, like she will have her own identity. Because growing up in a patriarchal family, I never saw my mother's name under doctor's prescription. If I took her, she was mother of Ziauddin, and if she was accompanied by my father, she became the wife of Mr. Ruhul Amin. So I wanted an identity for the girl. I didn't know that one day I will be known just by her name.
Well, I mean...
And I'm so proud of it.
Yes, you have only yourself to blame for that.
It's an accomplishment.
It is an accomplishment, and it is so much because of you. You know, so long ago, before anyone would have thought of it, and at great risk to yourselves, you said, Malala will fly. Malala will fly like a bird. And you let her fly.
Yes, indeed. I think that every girl has a right to fly. Every girl in this world. Just as a father, like fatherhood is something which is a universal responsibility. And what I have learned from my life as a father is to believe in your children. As I mentioned, that I didn't clip her wings. So if we believe, because fathers are the first people, mother and father, who believe in their children, and then they believe in themselves. So that's it. Yes. And now I see her, that profound young lady, believing in herself. And when she was attacked in Swat for speaking up for girls' education, when 50,000 girls were stopped to be going to school, now the same girl, she is speaking for 130 million girls for their right of education.
Well, it's Father's Day here in the U.S. this weekend, and your little girl wanted to send a message from Oxford for you.
I would love to hear it. Where she is?
Thank you so much for all that you have done for me. And I still remember the time. If you had stopped me from speaking out, just like some other parents were doing, I would not have been here. So thank you for not clipping my wings and for giving me the freedom. But also, I want to say I miss you, and you've been away for too long. Come back, please.
She wants you to come home.
Should I say something to her?
Yes.
I tell you, I miss you too. And you are unstoppable, to be honest. And I tell parents that we learn from our kids. I have learned a lot from my daughter. The resilience, the passions she has shown all these years, I have learned from it.
I think everybody can take away, no matter where they live, not to clip our kids' wings and to let them fly.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you so much for being here.
It's an honor to meet you.
It sure
We
is.
loved meeting Malala, and it's just wonderful to see
Thank you so
her father had such an impact. And you can hear some of his incredible lessons about fatherhood. It's called Let Her Fly. The book is at today.com/shop.